Okay, so what I have here is a 1/4 ounce piece of ground beef. I use 80/20 chuck. I'm going to take 2 pieces of parchment paper. I'll use the same one on top for all of them. Put that on parchment, put parchment on top, press it down with the pie pan. You want it thin, 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 just like that. Hey everybody, welcome to It's Just Food with Mike. I'm Mike. I want to show you something that's very near and dear to my heart. I'm from upstate New York, Rochester specifically, originally. I've been all over this country. And there's a big trend going on right now with this thing called a smash burger. Now, I agree that doing a burger on a flat top is the best way to do a burger or in a pan. I know that some people would rather have it on a grill, and there's times I like it on a grill too. But the best burgers come from the restaurants that specialize in burgers, and they generally do them on a flat top or a griddle of some sort. And a lot of them like to smash it on the flat top. I don't do that. Where I come from, they flatten the burgers ahead of time with a pie pan. And I'm going to show you how that's done. I know they do that because I've seen them do it. And I'm not giving up any secrets because they advertise it on the radio. So stick around. I'll show you how I do the prep and how we get the burger perfect every single time. Okay, so I like to prep my veg ahead of time. I like to have onion, tomato, lettuce on my burgers. You can put whatever you want on it, but I like to have those things. When you're buying lettuce, iceberg lettuce is what I prefer. You want to find the heaviest one you can find. And that little thing right there has to come out. So you hit it, twist it, and pop it out, just like that. There's your core. Then you just pull out the outside leaves here. Cut it in half. I'll only use about half of this anyway. And then cut it thin. Nice shredded lettuce to go on your burger. Just like that. Set it on your plate so it's ready to go when you're ready. These burgers cook very, very fast because they're only about a 1/4 inch thick. Okay, tomatoes, very thinly sliced. Everything is done thin, so it's easy to bite through. Onion, same thing, very, very thin. Quick peel. Now I'm doing this in my house today. I have a Blackstone that I can cook outside on, but I haven't even pulled it out of my garage yet. So I'm just going to show you, if you have an apartment, if you don't have a Blackstone, or you're just in a small apartment or something like that, I have a little griddle. You'll see it in a minute. You can get them at Walmart cheap. That's where I got mine. And you can do it just like we do in the restaurants up in New York or wherever they are using the flat top. That's enough. I know just my wife and I are probably going to want onion on our burgers. Kids won't eat them. So now I use American cheese. You use whatever cheese you want to use. I do 1.5 slices per burger. Just any American cheese you want. My wife insists on the orange one. I don't really care if it's orange or white. She says orange is better. I just don't really see a difference. Kind of funny. So 1.5, just like this. Have them ready to go. You want to have your food ready and prepped up before you get started cooking. Okay, so what I have here is a 1/4 ounce piece of ground beef. I use 80/20 chuck. I'm going to take 2 pieces of parchment paper. I'll use the same one on top for all of them. Put that on parchment, put parchment on top, press it down with the pie pan. You want it thin, 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 just like that. I'm going to do that for all I only have 4 of them. I'm doing 4. And then we'll start cooking. With with 2 people, this is a lot quicker. But you see how easy and quick that is. We're just squishing it with a pie pan instead of doing it on the grill itself. That's it. Okay, so I've got my griddle going. I think I got this at Walmart for like $30, $40. I can't remember exactly what it was, but they're great to have if you just have an apartment and you want to cook something like this. You can do all kinds of things with this. Breakfast stuff, everything. And it's ceramic coated. It's not Teflon, so I can use metal on here. I just try to be careful with it. I toast my buns first. I don't put anything on my buns. You can put butter if you want or spray them with olive oil. I just want to get a little color on the buns. So open them up, put them open side down. And I'm going to season my meat now. Some people will do it on the grill, and then you've got all sorts of extra salt on your grill, and it affects the seasoning of whatever you do after that. So I season it. This right here is my mix of salt and pepper. It's 1 part white pepper to 7 parts salt. It's what I put on most food that I cook in my kitchen. So I just kind of let that sit for a minute and toast these up. Only takes a minute. Want a little bit of color on it. I have this turned up to 400 degrees. It's as hot as it'll go. You'll see how quick these burgers will cook. See, we're getting color on them now. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so we toasted up the buns. Now we're going to do the burgers. These cook very, very fast. Get them on there. Boom. Boom. While they're cooking, I'm going to get my buns dressed up the way I like it. This will be mine. Lettuce. Tomato. Onion, just like that. You notice I didn't spray these down or anything. I just kind of put them right on there raw. I put salt side down. I only season one side because they're so thin. You don't want to season both sides. It's like a piece of fish. If it's not salmon or a thicker cut, I'm only going to season one side. Otherwise, it overpowers the flavor of whatever it is you're cooking. What we're trying to do here is get a lot of browning on it called Maillard reaction. That Maillard, that browning of the meat, is the flavor in a burger. Obviously, it starts with the quality and everything. I never, when I'm making, I don't even think I've ever bought 90% lean. I always buy 80-20 or less even. Because if you go above 85%, your meat starts to get grainy. That's because there's no fat in it. And most of the fat will render off of this. We want that unctuous texture when we're eating it. That's what we're looking for. I don't move these around much. I'm looking for color, color, color. And when I flip it is when I put the cheese on it. Okay, so now when we flip it, that browning on there is what we want. That's what we're looking for. And now is when the cheese goes on. And I do the cheese, that extra piece side down. Just because I like to. I don't know that it helps. These burgers literally cook in less than 5 minutes. So, I mean, it's basically fast food in your home. That's all there is to it. Take it off there. Pop it on here. I threw a little extra mayo on mine. You can see that fat, most of it comes off of that burger. And you're not getting flame up if it were like on an open grill. So there you have it. This burger literally takes, it cooked in like 4 minutes, if that. And because it's so thin and I got that griddle so hot, I've got more flavor than you're going to get at a fast food chain. But this is how they do it back where I come from. And these are always my go-to style of burger. If I can help it, I want that smash burger style. I just don't do it on the flat top. I think this is a little bit easier, a little bit quicker. It stacks better. If you want to do that ahead of time, you can have a whole bunch of them stacked up in your fridge ready to go. And give this a shot. Try this out. Squish your burger down with a pie pan. It just works. Let me know how it goes. If you like the video, give it a like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Let's get this out there to people. I want this channel to grow because I want to keep doing this full time. So I'll see you all next time. Have an awesome day.